You tormented souls.
Sound effects in this podcast is brought to you by Vestlian Studios, BattleBards.com, and Pro Sound, and some of them are made by the Dungeon Master himself. This show is R-rated, so everybody, be advised. Welcome back to the show. My name is John, and I am your host and Dungeon Master in this podcast. Welcome to Nordic D&D, the Ariana Saga. This is episode 7. In this episode, we're going to continue to follow Hunter, played by Martin Rajan, and Kedalh, played by Bastian Mögenberg. Last episode, they were making plans to take over the harbors of Skyer, to force the hand of King Vash and stop him from entering West Side Morrow. Today we're going to see how that will go. But before we get to that, I want to give a little shout out to the designer of the logo of the Ariana Saga, called James Austin. I love your design, man, and you made a really good job. Thank you so much for being part of the team. If you are a sketch artist or are really good at making drawings, give me a call. Contact me, maybe you can join the team so I can promote your art. All you have to do is make some art related to this show. Well, anyway, let's continue today's episode and take a stop at Camp Lore. Grandfather?
Yes?
You have mentioned a lot of the creations of the races. But what of the orcs?
Well, that would be Ignitus as well. As you remember, his first creation, the Dragonborn, had magical powers, but were weak physically. So Ignitus created another being, calling them Genocides, using elemental powers to create them. And they not only use magic, but are stronger physically and more cunning than the wizards and the sorcerers. And this pleased Ignitus for a time, but he found them to be passive, keeping much to themselves, and Ignitus lost interest. And he wanted more, so he made one more race, calling them the Orcs, a race without the need of magic, but with pure, rough strength. He gave them love of conquest. The Orcs lived up high, honor of strength, fighting above all else. This gave great joy to Ignitus, but as time went by, he also lost interest in the Orcs. And the Orcs were never a race of much worship, so they as well lost interest in their god. The Orcs are mostly on Arcanian Island, but are seen around Ariana, trying to expand their lands.
They sound terrifying. Much to be feared, Grandfather. But are you also found close by here where we are?
Well, they haven't been for a while now. But you'll never know with the Orcs.
And that was Camp Lore. Guys, I want to ask you a favor. If you like the show, please give us a review anywhere you're listening on any platform. Leave a comment, tell us what you think, guys, and you'll help us out a lot. Anyway, now we're going to continue to follow Hunter and Kedalh. They arrived at Skyer. They want to convince the people of Skyer to help them with the rebellion. It is time to stop the tyranny of Vash and to help the halflings. Now, how will it go? We'll just have to see in this episode, guys. How do you want to do this?
Hey, are everybody here? All the guards? Is the mayor here?
Yeah, people are coming in. Give it a minute or two. I think the lasts are coming in now.
And
I can see the mayor. And yeah, Jeffrey, yeah.
And your guys are ready to back us up if it turns bad.
Yeah, they are. They're mingling a lot.
Then you should go forth and be honest.
Yeah.
Okay. Floor is yours.
And people have arrived. Okay, but now
he starts to like shout to get the attention of people, and he has very loud roar. People of Skyr! And the people are just completely quiet, looking up. Listen to my friend, Hunter.
I stand up and I say, people of Skyr, my name is Hunter, and I am here to offer you an opportunity. Long have we all suffered under Vash's reign of terror.
You hear people nodding and
And I'm here to tell you that this ends now. The rebellion has started. All of Morrow will stand up against Vash. And I give you the opportunity to be the first. To stand with us, stand with Bliss, and rid Morrow of Vash once and for all. And then I look specifically at the guards.
Yeah.
And when he finishes, I put up 3 fingers high, and I yell for Bliss really loud amongst the crowd, as if I was one of the crowd.
For Bliss! You see, you notice that you lift 3 fingers up in the air, and you notice that guards are looking at each other. What are we doing? And you notice that one of them is like trying to grab a sword, but the fisherman standing right behind him just like pushes his hand back in place. And you see among the people that people are trying to. A hand merges up, and a second hand merges up, and before there goes a couple of minutes, then the entire town is lifting up 3 fingers. But make a persuasion check for some of them.
Let's go.
That was a natural one.
You see the hands are going up, and then they begin to be nervous because they see that the guards are grabbing their swords.
Yeah.
They like pull them back down.
But then I look when I see it, I look straight at the guards. And I say, you have served Vash, but you must also know that he does not serve you. These people in this town that you live with, they're your friends, your allies. They will serve you. What has Vash done for you? You must stand with your friends against the tyrant. And I give you the opportunity now. Put down your weapons and stand with us. Don't be stupid, because if you are, you will die here.
And then Heinous comes back and he like holds your shoulder and says, I support this rebellion, and shouts, think of your families. Roll intimidation and advantage.
I rolled 11.
11, yeah. Then you hear one of the soldiers yell, we cannot do this to the kingdom! And he unswords his sword.
Okay, then I pull out an arrow and shoot.
You shoot him.
Yes.
Roll an attack.
23.
23.
Just shoot normally. I'm
Yeah.
not trying to kill.
Okay, well you...
Actually, I would like to aim for his sword arm. I'm not trying to kill him.
No, exactly.
I'm just pulling out, shooting at his sword arm.
Okay. And he drops his sword, and Heinous drops off the stage down, and he also just shouts out of the
Gods of Scar! Shield your weapons, or you will be killed.
And then all the fishermen take their knife, trying to hold it against their guards.
Throw your weapons down!
He shouts at the soldiers, and they feel timid and they throw their swords down. Everything's a bit in chaos, and he tries to look for you, Kedalh. Heinous
I just look at him.
asks you to grab the mayor, Jeffrey.
All right, there's chaos now, right?
People are very uneasy.
Where is Jeffrey?
He's standing 20 feet away from you.
I move towards him.
Do you do it alone?
Yes.
Okay. So you come from, he's a very timid man. He's not a very heavy man. So you grab him. And I want you to make a strength check to grapple him.
So if I know I'm gonna do this, and there's a check, can I guide myself in this?
While you're walking, you are throwing this spell
Yeah.
of guidance upon yourself.
Okay, great. And that's not gonna do any difference at all. It's a natural 2.
Natural 2?
I rolled a 2 plus 3 plus 2.
Yeah.
So that's 7.
Yeah, well, he rolled a 2 as well.
Thank you,
extremely
guys.
lucky. So you haven't grappled.
Yeah, really flimsy grapple.
Yeah.
2 weak people.
And then Heinous shouts out, "Everybody, tie everyone down! We've got them." And then Heinous and his men start tying the soldiers down. And then the rain starts to fall on the people as they get more calm about the situation. And Hunter stands looking at the soldiers and their families. And he says,
I'm gonna have to talk to them individually and see what their intentions are.
We should make some sort of moral test of their moral
Yeah.
complexity or something like that.
after all of this has occurred, the soldiers have been tied down and sat down on their asses on the ground. You see the people just like looking around. And then you see Eric, the halfling, putting his finger up. And then you see the Dragonborn also put their hands up. And then the other people see this. And another hand reaches up to the sky. And another. And then another. And then multiple hands up in the sky, giving the sign of bliss and freedom for the halflings.
For bliss
For bliss!
and morrow.
For bliss! And the people start to cheer in happiness to join this rebellion now. No longer do they have to share the resources with King Vash. And they also want to help the halflings. But they look upon the soldiers tied down and their families, and then they feel saddened. And they just start to scatter and go back to their houses. Then Kedalh walks up to the soldiers tied down, looks at them and says...
Are you going to question them, Hunter? And
Yeah.
And then Heinous comes up to the soldiers as well.
we shouldn't antagonize anyone here.
No.
No
And
reason to do that.
Let's get the soldiers away from here into the
Yeah.
basement of the inn or whatever, separated preferably. We can take them one at a time.
We have a lot of rooms at the end. We can
Yeah.
actually put them in each
Just
room.
split them up
Yeah.
and maybe start evacuating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But guys, we have to be... There's some people not with their hands up.
Yeah.
Their families.
We should question them as well, because we won't. I don't think we should hurt the guards necessarily, because they have also established some relation to this place and to you.
I think most of them are just afraid what's going on and they don't know what to do.
Well,
And then Kedalh jumps up on the wooden box and starts to address the people who are about to scatter.
I am Kedalh. Speak to the crowd, and I stand with Hunter. I grew up in bliss, and I can assure you that we have no intention of letting our rebellion hurt innocent people. And in some regard, these guards, even though they have worked for Nash, can also be considered somewhat innocent, since they have also established a relation to you, and since they are just in a position of a working man, trying to get by his everyday living, just as any of you would if you had no other choice. So, what we propose is this. For those of you who question coming to bliss or not, or who even think of betraying the idea of bliss, you are free to go. Not with us, but to leave. For you that are in doubt, stay and let us convince you.
You can hear a voice like a female saying,
What about our husbands?
We shall talk to them individually. And if they give sign of not being interested in joining Bliss, or in some case or another be a liability to take to Bliss, we will keep them here until everyone is evacuated, and then we will let them go with you.
And you hear another woman saying, "Please don't kill our husbands. They're just doing their jobs. They've been a part of this community for a long time."
We won't.
And I'm being very quiet.
I'm not trying to deceive them. This is my intention.
Yeah, well, make anyway a persuasion check just to see how your expression is looking while you're talking to
You
your
seem
family.
Yeah.
sincere.
Sure.
Exactly. Yeah.
I seem so insincere.
How much then? Ooh, a 6.
Well, you can take my word for it, or you can wait this storm out. You can feel free to stay with your families. We're gonna keep you somewhere safe, but we also have to take the necessary precautions to not let you leave before we have established a safe evacuation route for everyone else.
At this time, you see the 2 rangers who were with you, scouts exactly, come just out of the crowd, you see where it came from, asking, "Can we help you somehow? You want us to keep an eye on the people, or if anybody leaves, or?"
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do you think-
I think that's a good idea. Meaningful, or like, you know,
Keep an eye on the perimeter of this
just
town.
gonna see what's going on. Nobody can leave before that
No.
because we don't want them warning
Exactly.
soldiers. Or
Exactly.
Going
So-
to the fortress and warning them.
Exactly. So we have to keep them here.
Yeah, actually.
We can do that. And then the scouts walk off. Then Hunter and Kedalh turn over to Haynes.
For now, people should stay at home.
Until we can evacuate people. We should make sure that we have divided the people who are families to the guards into, for example, rooms at the mayor's office.
Yeah, we probably do that because it will be hard. Because don't make the people afraid of you now that you keep
No, we
them
don't want-
prisoner
No, of
here in
course.
their own town. Then it's
We
gonna
did-
backfire.
You have to relay this message for us because the people probably trust you more than us.
But-
You have to say to them that if these people, if the guard's family, they just one of them, for example, the guard's wife, chooses that the best option for her and her family right now is to go to a fort nearby and tell them about our plans, then that will be catastrophic to the entire population here as well as us.
But Haynes, you know who do you know who's not necessarily loyal? Like, at least there's the guards' families. They need to stay.
Yeah.
in
They
their
are
houses.
my biggest worries.
They need to stay in their houses for now.
Yeah.
And we're not gonna hurt them or anything, but for now they have to stay because we
Yeah.
can't trust them.
He-
Everybody else can move freely around. If people start leaving town, we should question why. Like, why do you need to leave town right now, you know? So, like, maybe your fishermen can, like, kind of like, you know, keep an eye on things and make sure we don't get surprised.
Let's do that.
And the guard's family should stay at the house for now until we talk to each individual guard.
Yeah.
And figure out where the loyalties lie.
As Hunter finishes his sentence, one of the rangers comes back to them and says, "If people leave during the day, this is the sign." He takes an arrow, just shoots at the bell. And if it happens at night, then he takes another arrow with flame and just shoots up in the air. So keep your eyes and your ears open. And then they walk off. Then Haynes comes up to Hunter and says, "What now?"
We should head towards the inn and get this guard situation.
Shouldn't we
Yeah,
probably
we should.
get the guards inside? But I think we should talk about Jeffrey first.
Oh, right, I forgot.
Come with me
about
to
you.
my office, says Haynes, and
Yeah.
walks up. Then Haynes, Hunter and Kedalh depart from the town square to go over to his office in the tavern. Haynes opens the door and enters the room, tells the heroes to sit down as he lights the fireplace. And then he says, guys, promise me that this is the right decision we made.
It was the only decision. There was no other way.
No. Jeffrey, you have to talk to my friends here. And he just grabs him by the arm and grabs him over to you, takes a chair, smashes it down and sits him on it.
What is the meaning of this, Highness?
He waves at you.
But yeah, I don't really know what to say to you, Jeffrey. We hear that you're not necessarily loyal to anything
Nonsense!
besides money.
Well,
So,
but
so how would we convince us that we don't need to kill you to keep you
Kill
from
me?
not turning us in to Vash?
But why would you want to kill me?
I just told you.
Highness, tell me what's going on? What's happening? Why are you rebelling about this town? We made a lot of money together and yesterday we were eating fish.
He's very confused.
Well, listen here, Jeffrey. I know you probably had it nice here. You got a bunch of money and you can live your life, but a lot of people don't feel like that. Vash is not good for this country, for this island.
What does Vash got to do with this? Highness, you know I'm loyal to you and the town people.
That's
Okay, insight. Okay, maybe you should do an insight.
I would
check.
like to insight.
23.
23.
He's shivering and sweating, and he is he's lying.
Alright. Well, we know you're lying, Jeffrey. So there's no point in dragging this out any further than it has to be. So, here's what we're gonna do. One's of the guards who is loyal to you, to money, or to Vash. You and these guards can leave on a ship when we're done for this, towards Vash or whatever destination you so will appoint yourselves. We are going to take your weapons though, so you are going to be rather defenseless, but you have a ship, so you can sail for Vash and hope for the best. You are going to get rations, but you're not coming with us to Bliss, and we're not going to kill you, so that's at least something.
If you behave.
Exactly.
Up until then.
Else Hunter will stick an arrow right between your eyes.
Hello, my eyes.
Roll
If you're
intimidation.
lucky.
Intimidate.
Who of us?
Yeah, but you got a big.
You're talking. You should do it, but I assume with advantage, right?
Yeah, advantage.
Yeah, nice. 16.
Okay, he's shaking in his chair.
I thought we were friends, Highness. We ate fish.
So, Heinous, do you have some sort of
Prison, maybe?
prison dungeon, something where we can put the illoyal people, like our boy Jeffrey here, until we're done dealing with the soldiers?
The bottom of this inn is on the ground, and the walls are stone.
And we can
So
lock
just-
the doors.
Just empty them from crates and bottles, and we can lock the doors.
Let's put Jeffrey in there for now, and we'll talk to.
Yeah, the guards.
So, Jeffrey, just to make our job easier, and since so far we've been really nice to you, what guards can you tell us already now would be loyal to you and not us?
Well, that would have to be my kin.
And who's that? Well, I assume Heinous, you know who's related.
I know who they are.
Okay.
Okay.
Might as well put them in the cellar immediately.
Yeah, with their families.
With their families.
But they'll be provided for.
Yeah, we won't hurt
Please-
anybody, they just have to
Please
stay
see
there.
to that they have at least comfortable means to be there. So a bed and and some food. We don't need to incite violence, even against people we disagree with. That's the world we're trying to build. So we have to adhere to the same principles.
Yeah, but it's just to keep them from not backstabbing us until we have our little plan.
Of course,
Exactly.
I agree.
So,
Alright.
how many guards does that leave us with?
Well, there's 6 of them are related.
Okay, so that brings it down to 6.
They're all related to Jeffrey.
6 of them.
All right.
Half.
A bit
Yeah.
inbred.
Yeah. Nepotism all the way.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll yeah.
Let's talk to the last
Yeah.
people.
The 6 guards with their families, are there space enough for them and their families?
And we have a couple of rooms here.
So we have to lock them as well. They can't leave. That's the point.
Yeah, that's fine. We'll do
So you
that.
can place farmers here to guard the area or something like that.
Yeah.
And strip them of their...
And also put them in house arrest, like put them in the house, but leave the guards
I'll leave the
outside.
family in the houses. I think
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
not just
yeah.
leave some
Leave a
guard.
guard outside,
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
to make sure we
And
don't...
you can, I think, you might as well place the guard here with his family.
Yeah,
Because
just
that'll incite less frustration
It
with
will
the
seem
populace.
merciful as well.
Exactly.
take his weapons, take his armor,
Yeah.
leave him with his family, leave a guard or 2 outside, and make it very clear that we're not gonna hurt them, and they're just staying there until we're done with our business and they can be on their way.
Yeah, they'll get a boat and they're free to sail wherever they want.
Okay. He grabs Jeffrey in the arm and walks outside of the office.
I hate this easy. Remember, we made a lot of money together and remember,
Quiet, Jeffrey.
we ate fish.
Shut up, Jeffrey. Come
Why
here.
have you become so violent to me, Hades?
Come on. And Heinous walks out to the hallway and tells the guards outside exactly what you guys have been talking about. And then he comes back into you and says, the other guards are in the rooms next to us.
Mm-hmm.
We should go talk to them then.
Yeah.
Thinking that you can talk to 1 or 2.
Should we do a montage?
Yeah.
Yeah, we
And
can
say that's a group.
Group check.
And if they're not they're not hostile per se.
I'm gonna guide Hunter. I cast guidance on you right before we start talking.
These guys didn't seem to be that hostile at all, but
No.
just very confused
Yeah.
on what to do.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, but let's do a montage. We go in, we talk to them, figure out where they stand, and if they if they're gonna be loyal to us.
Give them the
So,
same proposition we gave.
Yeah.
Jeffrey.
Exactly, and Heinous is also there,
Yeah.
aiding with his presence, because they know him, he knows the family, so he tries to also convince. So I want you to roll a persuasion with advantage.
And guidance.
And guide.
18, so 22.
22, yeah, very nice.
Nice.
And you also you hear Heinous interrupting you, speaking. I was thinking about your families. We don't want to hurt them. We all know each other. This is the right thing to do. And
Well, at the same time, I tell Kedalh to like be aware and like look at them, because we also want them to be. We want to be sure that they're truthful.
Yeah.
That they're not just talking out of their
We need
ass.
to make an insight check.
make an insight check about
Yeah.
So
It's good. It's 25 for
25.
insight.
You can see that there's one of them that seems to be talking, but more like talking, telling you exactly what you want to hear. You're not very sure about that guy.
I relay that information to Hunter. We should. That guy is just repeating what the other guys are saying, exact word by word. We should just have him stay with his family and have him leave with the others in the boat.
I agree. We can't afford to have even one snake in this garden. So.
And we.
Heinous agrees. Don't hurt him.
No,
No, we won't.
we won't
We'll
hurt
do-
anybody unless they try to hurt us.
Yeah.
So we send them away.
Well, for now, they stay at the house with guards out front. Until that boat of soldiers arrive, we got rid of them.
So you want the king...
Because we don't want them to be warned.
No.
exactly.
So
Okay.
until then, they stay in the house. Once that is dealt with, they can go on their way.
As you are speaking with Heinous, you hear the knocking on his door, and he tells people to enter. And he says, you were right, Heinous, there's a ship coming.
Right now?
Half a week. So in four and a half day, they will be here.
We need to start evacuating immediately.
Yeah,
Get rid of all the women and children, or at least, well, that's so misogynist.
Yeah.
We need to get rid of all the people not ready to fight. So the women can stay if they can hold us.
Not the women.
I mean, like,
No women can
like,
fight. Come on.
Like, seriously, this is D&D. Women can fight. Not that they can in real life. God damn it, cut that out.
All able to fight will stay.
Yes.
Yeah, able bodies. Well, I have an idea. We have 2 scouts with us.
Yeah.
We'll have them escort the rest of the women and children towards Bliss.
Mm-hmm.
You send both of them away?
Yeah,
Yeah.
with the families. Then one of them can stick with the families, and the other one can scout ahead.
Yeah.
Figure out if there's any threats.
Yeah.
Good idea. You should get the.
Yeah.
Good idea.
And then
maybe
we.
like, I don't know, a couple of like fighters also in case they run into trouble.
Well, we could send some of the loyal guards
Yeah,
with them because they are fighters in and of themselves.
Yeah.
And we need the fishermen to be here and act normal.
Yeah, true.
So we can just send like 2 of the guards, maybe half. No, we all one of them was a traitor. So
That's where I have 5 guards.
yeah, so let's send 2 of the guards back and keep 3 for the fight.
Yeah.
So we send 2 of the guards with the caravan with weapons and all.
Yeah, and you have taken all the armor of the other ones.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
other
yeah,
six.
yeah.
Yeah, so we take some of the fishermen and dress up
Yeah, those
as
are the
guards.
most
exactly.
able young men,
Yeah.
strong.
We dress up as guards, and then we evacuate, send towards Bliss, and we start planning our ambush.
Yeah.
Kettle Hunter and Haynes now started planning the ambush to come. Vash's men will be here soon, so everything must be set before that time. So they reveal to each other plans on how to make this approach for the best outcome for Skyer.
I'm
So
talking about you.
what's your idea? What do you
My
think?
idea is this. I am able to control large bodies of water at a time. To avoid casualties from our side, we should keep the guards away from the pier, because I can make a lot happen close to the pier.
Yeah.
So if we keep the guards stationary behind the pier, and let me handle the majority of things happening here at the piers when the ship docks and the shoulders they come off board, then I can cause a lot of damage, potentially sinking the ship as well. It's not. Yeah, I know. That's the danger part of it, but the good part of it is that we're gonna minimize the casualties from our side. So it's gonna be a trade-off, because it's not necessary that I sink the ship, and if the ship's large enough, then I can't. But there's a probability I can make a whirlpool, for example.
Yeah.
There's a probability that it'll crash the ship.
But
as well.
what will the whirlpool do to the people on the pier? It doesn't. It only.
No, but I can push them in the
Okay.
in the
This
whirlpool.
wasn't the idea to make everything seem like a normal day.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Because
Civilians are gonna be there. If the civilians are all completely
Otherwise
gone,
they're
then
not gonna
may
come ashore
wake some
even.
suspicion.
But wouldn't it be normal for sometimes not a lot of civilians being here,
yeah,
but
maybe
just
on
here?
the thingy exactly. Yeah.
If
that's what you mean.
I don't know if that would raise so much suspicion for them not to be here, but be here. They're still close to the harbor.
Usually, they're not going to be on the big harbor when the ship arrives, because they're just going to be in the way.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So we're
that's
not.
fine.
Yeah, so just to be clear that we shouldn't have any of our soldiers either, because we talked about making an ambush. They shouldn't be here at all.
No, of
our
course
soldiers.
not.
They should be down here. And then it's all good.
But what I'm thinking is, because if we got 30 soldiers coming, we definitely do need help.
Yeah.
And they will probably the soldiers will on board, but not all of them. So the part that gets off, I think it would be fine to get them to go a bit into town,
Yeah.
and then the villagers, the fishermen, and those people could deal with those people,
Yeah.
but not initially. So we let them into town.
Some of them.
Yeah, some of them, because they won't just leave their boat.
No, of course.
So if they get to enter the town, we leave
Yeah.
them alone until, and then we take care of the people left on the boat.
Yeah.
You can use your water magic.
Well, we
and
could
stuff.
also split them up. as you say.
But that's what I mean. Whatever is left on the boat, we take care of. The town people take care of the people going into town.
Yeah, we should just coordinate how many is going into town. So it's
but it's hard to know.
Yeah, exactly. But I can stand at the ready, and then I can start pushing people down when a lot of them has gone out here, and then the fighting will start. Then Or would you rather that the town?
They will probably leave in a group, and we want them to be completely split up so they can't help each other. So I think the idea, or like even better, the soldiers go into town. They start going to the tavern because soldiers go there. They can start drinking and stuff like that. It gets split up, and so they get spread out a bit, and then it's easier for the town people to take them out while we attack the boat.
Yeah, I agree.
I know exactly where they go when they come here.
Yeah,
where they go.
They go, like you say, into the tavern. Most of them, not all of them. And then there's always two that go inside down to the town to meet with Jeffrey.
But that's going to be a problem because he's not there.
Well, unless we're there. I mean, we don't even have to wait at the boat.
You could disguise yourself as
the
Jeffrey.
guys are going on the harbor to collect. We have to also have the resources ready in boxes.
Yeah, that's no
They are not the strongest ones, the fighters. Fighters are going to stay on the boat.
Yeah.
And two guys who are going down to the mayor. They're also going.
And then people go.
How many use? Oh, sorry.
And other soldiers go into the tavern and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm thinking okay, we could wait at Jeffrey's house.
Yeah, we
those
could.
two people go in there, get rid of those fast and easy. Then after that, we go to the docks, deal with those people, and then the people at the tavern and those other soldiers around town, the villagers should be able to take care of them because they outnumber them like crazy.
Yeah.
But we need to be at Jeffrey's house.
But
if they come there and find out Jeffrey's not there, then.
But don't you think if it's only two guards, don't you think you can handle them
alone?
Because if then I need to hide because
it wouldn't just hide in a closet or whatever.
Yeah, I can do that. Okay,
but we just need to get them inside and then we attack them.
It's just so we make sure that the guards don't slip away. That's the ones that we're afraid of. If it gets noticed that fighting is starting, then the ship will leave.
Exactly. So that's why it shouldn't start. The first thing we do is take care of the two people going to Jeffrey. I dress as Jeffrey, or look at Jeffrey, let them into the office, and you're in there, and then we kill them.
Quiet.
Yeah, quietly, just inside the house. Nobody will notice that.
Usually not go with guarded men. They go themselves.
Just two people.
They have never had any problem with us here at all.
Okay.
And we just
and I can get my fishermen. They are the ones who are going to tie the boat. I can just ask them to tie a knot that's not meant to be opened.
Yeah,
so it will be hard for them to leave.
Of course they can cut it.
But they need a reason to do it, and they won't if they don't know we attack. No. And then once we're done with the people in the house, we go to the harbor, and then we give a signal.
Yeah.
That the attack starts. We attack the boat. Villagers attack the soldiers around town.
Yeah.
And we swift quietly.
Yeah. Take the two out. So
no
we
problem.
Two less. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Can you, one of you, tell my men where to cut, where to stab these soldiers so they can kill them as fast as possible?
Yeah.
Then Haynes goes out to fetch his fishermen and asks them to gather in a meeting hall and tells Kedalh to go in and tell them exactly what to do when the soldiers arrive. I'm gonna have to make you a medicine.
Yeah, medicine check. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. He knows the
order where to stick on the body.
I'll cast guidance on myself, and I start to explain the men that you need to go for the main artery here in the neck or in here, or you can take artery here at the leg, or here hit the wrist, and
try to make roll.
I help and say it also helps just stabbing him in the eye.
So okay. So roll with advantage.
Oh, okay. I do medicining. 24.
24. Okay. You seem like you're very interested in and hearing what you're saying, and actually. These guys are used to cutting fish.
It is, so they know
So
their way
they're
around.
not that stupid when it comes to
Using a knife.
Cutting, yeah.
no, especially not the throat.
Yeah.
So they feel confident about what you're saying.
Okay. And then I relay Hunter's plan as well. I tell them that we take 2 of them out quietly, and then you take the rest of the guards out when we give the signal.
And what's the signal? But it has to be something that all of town can see at the same
bell.
time.
Okay.
The bell.
But
I
we
can
can't-
shoot the bell.
How far is the bell from the harbor?
Is it more than 600 feet?
From the harbor? Well, the bell is made so it can be heard everywhere.
Yeah, but it's
around
more
How
if I can hit
far
it from
is
the
it?
harbor.
Oh,
town. From the harbor, you can. From the harbor, no.
It's more than 600
Because
feet?
It just goes
because it
Nah,
goes
sharp
up. The harbor is downhill. The inn is uphill, and the town is again downhill.
Yeah, then you can't. It's
No.
going wing. Stunk.
That would be the luckiest shot ever.
Well, if it's within 600
Okay.
feet.
Okay.
You
Then
have to
can
see
we?
it, right?
Yeah, I have to be able to see it. Well, I mean, hey, can you shoot some fire into the air?
No.
No?
Can you tell somebody else to do it then?
Yeah, but
Yeah,
we
but
should.
we
Then
need
we should have a string of messengers. If I
There is a point where everybody can see. That's on the roof of the inn.
But we can't go
We
there.
need to be at the
We have
harbor.
to be at
when
the
we're-
harbor.
But isn't it just
But
about...
who was supposed to follow the 2 guys? You said
We already killed those. They're inside the house.
in town,
And then we go
not
to-
on the harbor.
What? No, and then we go to the harbor. The
Then you
attack
go-
hasn't started. We
Ah,
killed
then-
those before anybody noticed, and then we
Ah.
go to the harbor and are ready to attack the boat. But I mean, it's easy as lighting an arrow on fire and shooting it into the air.
Yeah, can you just do that?
Yeah.
Why overthink things?
Yeah. Okay. When we're at the harbor, fire arrow in the air.
That means the attack
It's go
starts.
time.
The soldiers are probably gonna see that as well. So
Yeah.
the next move should be very quick after the arrow.
Yeah, as soon as you see the arrow, slit a throat.
Yeah.
Okay,
kill
man,
some.
you heard them.
Yeah.
Aye. Boats are gonna be here tomorrow morning. So now the plan is set in motion. All the fishermen depart now, and Hunter and Kedalh and Haines to make ready for tomorrow's battle. And then they rest. Wake up early to make ready to execute the plan. So, the ships arrive slowly to the harbors of Skyer. People are keeping their distance from the docks, but not far away to keep suspicion up. Looks like they're working. Hunter and Kedalh are hiding in Jeffrey's house. The ship docks. Haynes' men tie the ship extra tightly this time. Men starting debarking from the boat, going ashore. 2 of them go straight for the house of Jeffrey, just as planned. When they arrive, they knock on the door. Hunter and Kedalh waiting inside.
And I disguise self as Jeffrey.
Okay, I'm going in the closet close by where I would expect a meeting to happen in here.
Yeah, I'm Jeffrey.
Yeah.
Open the door. And Come in!
The great trap is set, and the ambush about to commence. How will it all turn out for our friends in Skyer? Well, we just have to wait for next episode to figure that out. Thanks for the day, guys. See you soon.
Thanks for stopping by.
Oh yeah, and one last thing. If you like cool sound effects like this, then go to our homepage at nordicdnd.podbean.com or our YouTube channel, where you'll find a link that will take you to battlebards.com and you'll get a discount on subscriptions. And as mentioned many times before, guys, if you like the show, like, subscribe, and leave a comment. See you soon.